After 9 months and 18 fantastic iterations, the Coinbox had reached the end of its short but glorious road. Beginning all the way back in February of this year, the formerly Ultimate-centered event had seemingly become the gold standard for all virtual Melee tournaments, with it regularly garnering well over 200 entrants. And for its swan song outing, the 18th and final iteration of the Coinbox drew in a whopping 846 players from all over North America, including a multitude of SSBMRank standouts like Magi, Joshman, Salt, Wizzrobe, Hungrybox, and Jmook. This made this Coinbox the second most attended one ever, behind only the series' inaugural event, which came in at a grand total of 1,024 competitors. Though it was a bittersweet farewell, a star-studded bracket alongside a gigantic $6,000 prize pool made sure that the final Coinbox went out with a resounding bang. I'm turndownforwalt, and here are the top 5 performances from the Coinbox in this week's JV5.
He's got it, a little trick shot from Joshman right there.
They forgot the first commandment, thou shalt not sleep on the kid.
Oh my goodness.
After utterly laying waste to his first 3 round 1 opponents with a perfect 9-0 game count, Colorado Melee Hidden Boss Ultra had the incredibly rough task of having to battle Joshman for a spot in Winterside Top 96. Although his run up until this point had been supremely dominant, the stalwart Australian contender proved to be just too great of a challenge for Ultra, with Joshman flinging him into loser's bracket with a quick 3-0 defeat. While his upper bracket journey may have been snuffed out pretty decisively, Ultra would end his run at the Coinbox on a massive high note after he won his next 5 sets in a row, starching Brando, Ferocity, Kevbot in a DQ, J-Salt, and Mech, before being stopped by Zamu 3-0 at 13th place.
Out of shield. Nice tech chase. Finally, good job, Bear. Bro, wonderful tech chase though.
Barely 4 days removed from a 9th place finish at the Illinois-based regional Show Me Your Moves 23, Minnesota's Apex Fox main Preeminent recorded a monumental winners bracket tear that saw the toppling of 3 top 50 members back to back to back. Starting with an incredible 3-2 win against the Shadow King of Michigan Melee, Ginger, the Midwesterner proceeded to claim further splendid victories on Ben and then Mech. Unfortunately, this statement-making run would go no further though, as Preeminent was soon vanquished to the losers bracket shortly thereafter by Jmook after a tight 3-0. Sadly, the Minnesota Melee product wouldn't get the chance to pick up steam for another run, as Preeminent soundly lost against B-Bats in their losers top 8 qualifier set 3-0, ending their run at 9th place. Speaking of everyone's favorite Peach player, B-Bats, otherwise known as Billy Bats, otherwise known as B-Bats spelled incorrectly for every single results graphic, began his run at the Coinbox by absolutely dusting his round 1 pool, easily advancing into top 96 with wins over Young Wop and Ferocity. Waiting to welcome him into the next phase of the event was none other than arguably the most accomplished Captain Falcon main of all time, Wizzrobe. Although B-Bats had accumulated wins over some of Melee's premier Captain Falcon users this year like Mateo and Salt, the 2-time world champion ended up scoring a staggering one-sided stomping over the New Jersey native, casting B-Bats from the winners bracket 3-0. Unfazed by the loss, however, the 43rd ranked player on the planet quickly regained his momentum, winning his next 5 sets over Palpa, Logan, Gatsu, Webbins, and Preeminent to make it all the way to top 8, where he eventually lost to Joshman 3-1 for 7th place. With outstanding performances this year like 9th at the Big House 11, on top of netting wins against the likes of Zuppy, Joshman, Triff, and Hungrybox, it has become abundantly clear that Salt has risen to be called the #1 player in Texas. But nipping closely at her boots is a man who rarely makes it out to the major events, but when he does, he always manages to put on a show while putting the world's finest in their place. He also has great hair, might I add, but I'm talking of course about Spoonful of Pasta, otherwise known as SFOP. Having only attended just 7 offline tournaments in 2023, it has become something of a rarity lately to see the tourney locator mainstay in the flesh outside of the occasional southern event. However, this has not stopped SFOP from creating a small laundry list of head-turning victories against Melee's upper echelon in SDJ, Aklo, Zuppy, Salt, and Zamu. He also just happens to be a Coinbox regular, having entered 9 total and has never dipped below 9th at any of them. Barreling into his 10th outing in the series, the Fox from the Lone Star State dominantly steamrolled his way past the other participants at Coinbox, reaching winner semis after bringing down Chudat, KJH, Eddie Mexico, and his stateswoman Salt. In winner semis, SFOP came across a surging Hacks Money, who almost cleanly swept him into losers after initially going 2-0 in their set. That was until SFOP surmounted an amazing reverse 3-0 comeback to beat back the New Yorker, solidifying his spot in winners finals against Jmook. Alas, the Upstate Ninja proved to be much more than a match for the confident SFOP, with Jmook coming out on top after a masterclass 3-0 set win. The Texan didn't have to wait long for another chance at redemption though, as SFOP would next beat out Hack's Money once again to cement his position in Grand Finals opposite the Genesis 9 champion.
Okay, post 100.
Oh my god, he went for it.
SFOP's gonna catch onto these Rob down tilts.
One grab, one grab.
Rolling.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Oh! Oh, that's it! Ah! That's it! He taunts SFOP in Grand!
And Jmook wins Coinbox.
Hey!
Before we unveil our top pick from the Coinbox, here are some honorable mentions which deserve their own praise. Steech for beating Hungrybox 3-1. Mech for also beating Hungrybox 3-1 and placing 17th.
That's good damage. Damage so fast, 50% already. Oof. And that'll kill. Not quite. I honestly thought it was.
I think it was staled.
Yeah, that's a good point. That would definitely will. 5 box into last stock and then lose the set.
Yeah, you think Game 4 layout was the thing? This guy's been doing it for 20 years. Oh, no punish on the forward smash forward. Is gonna be able to close it out though.
That's
yeah.
so unfortunate. He's really good, but I fucking hate that I lost audio. It sucks.
After taking home the trophies at Super Majors earlier this year at Genesis 9 and Collision 2023, it had appeared that Jmook was well on his way to becoming the top dog of Melee. Except, since then, the Pride of Tri-State has encountered something of a slump, which has seen Jmook not be able to win a single major after the aforementioned Collision. He's also lost a few sets here and there to up-and-coming names like Skurzo, Morse Code 762, and Faust. Heading into the final Coinbox, it was unclear to know just what kind of Jmook was going to show up. Would the slump continue to hinder his online results as well, or were we going to see the same individual who briefly usurped Zayn from his throne atop the mountain? The answer honestly couldn't have been more emphatic, as Jmook, showing glimpses of his old self, made child's play out of the entire bracket, handedly waltzing into Grand Finals with wins against Stiv, Komodo, Zamu, Preeminent, Magi, and SFOP. For his last task of the event, Jmook had to cross controllers with SFOP for the second time of the evening after thoroughly dismantling him in their first set of winners finals. Their runback wouldn't play out any differently at all, with Jmook showing SFOP the door out of bracket with yet another 3-0 triumph, sealing out the tournament with a colossal first place finish. It's also important to know that Jmook only lost one game over the course of this run, which of course raises the question, are we in fact witnessing the rebirth of Melee's next great superstar?
The last stock! Goodbye, Coinbox. Oh god!
Oh, great shorten though.
The final stock of the Coinbox will be
Goodbye, Coinbox. Okay, unless.
Wait, we're so back. It's
Congratulations to Jmook for winning the final Melee Coinbox.
Good shit, Jmook.
One game.
Hey, thanks for watching the JV5, and thank you to the Coinbox. Thanks to our top tier patrons and YouTube members Avishua Stein, Bobby Wasabi, Eric is Cool, Juniper, and NNG Esports for supporting the channel. You should check out some of the best moments from our special JV10 episode on the Function 3 and Show Me Your Moves if you click over here. Alright, bye.